Welcome to the Cafe 1717, a brew of news and entertainment. Here are some of the points we will be touching today. 1. Mkhwanazi's allegations, including specific instances of corruption and the people allegedly involved. If it's all true, of course. 2. The impact of corruption on the South African economy, unemployment rates, and social welfare programs. 3. Of course, we will also touch base on the President Ramaphosa's address for the possible resolve with regards to the matter. The fall of trust, corruption and the future of South African politics. We deal with the headline TAR captures the essence of the situation, the loss of public trust in the government due to corruption, and alludes to the uncertain future this could create for South Africa's political landscape. Hello and welcome to the Cafe 1717. As we promised, this is a talk about an issue that has South African politics in turmoil, alleged corruption. Recently, the KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, Lieutenant-General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, made some explosive allegations about corruption in the South African government. These revelations have shocked the country and left many wondering about the future of South African politics. So let's take a closer look at what happened. In case you aren't familiar with Lieutenant-General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, he is a high-ranking official within the South African government with significant expertise in investigating corruption. Recently, he came forward with claims of widespread corruption within the government, implicating several high-level officials and politicians, including members of the ANC. Lieutenant-General Mkhwanazi leveled allegations against Police Minister Senzo Mkhulu for police interference, disbanding the political task force, links to Buzamusi, Kat, Matlala and Brown Magotsi. According to the KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, Lieutenant-General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, the political murder task force has exposed the alleged drug cartel-controlled syndicate involving politicians, law enforcement agencies, businessmen, prosecutors and the judiciary. Moving into the evidence section, these claims have caused a stir in South Africa, leading many to demand transparency from the government. While the investigation is still ongoing, several pieces of evidence have already been uncovered. For example, financial records show that millions of rand were funneled into private bank accounts, with no clear explanation of where the money came from. Additionally, anonymous sources have reported seeing government officials accepting bribes in exchange for favorable treatment in public tenders and other contracts. Impact of the alleged corruption within the South African government is not just a political issue, it's affecting the lives of ordinary citizens in very real ways. Consider the following. Crime. As corruption weakens law enforcement, the crime rate has skyrocketed, with criminals taking advantage of the chaos. Drugs. Rampant corruption has enabled drug lords to operate with impunity, fueling an addiction crisis across the country. The connection between drug lords and government officials is especially alarming. While these allegations are still unproven, they paint a picture of a government that's been compromised at the highest levels. This has left South African citizens questioning who they can trust and whether the government will protect them from criminal elements. Now, the crucial question is, where does South Africa go from here? Let's explore some possible outcomes. Public pressure mounts, leading to a political shake-up that removes corrupt officials and introduces reforms to combat corruption in the future. The investigation fizzles out, leading to public apathy and disillusionment with the democratic process. A rise in civil unrest as citizens protest against corruption and demand change. The President Ramaphosa's address and the reviews. While the nation waits for the results of this investigation, the President's actions are promising. However, many South Africans remain skeptical. Some argue that this investigation is too little, too late, while others are concerned about potential interference or cover-ups. With the future of South Africa's democracy at stake, the outcome of this investigation will be closely watched by all. We are looking forward to the following. The developments from the investigation, e.g., key findings, new allegations. Reactions from opposition parties.
Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. He must be the commissioner of police, that guy, or anyone similar to that guy. I told Becky to us all the time, who are driven by corruption and not to protect the streets and protect the integrity of the uniform. Go and look at Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Even his posture. The uniform not to make Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, when you look at him, you see a man in uniform who's disciplined, who's determined to deal with crime.
Civil society organizations, and the general public, including you. Indeed, this situation is disheartening and potentially destabilizing. But there's always hope. South Africa's future is uncertain. But one thing is clear, the people of South Africa deserve better. They deserve a government that serves their interests, that is transparent and accountable, that stands up to corruption. It's time to demand better. Let's not lose hope. Let's work together to build a better future for South Africa. I want to hear from you. How do you think South Africa can overcome this crisis? What would you like to see happen? Leave your comments below, and let's start a conversation about the future of our country.
Please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos like this one.